I am Croglander. Oh crap, a forklift. Not 2 seconds in and someone is already baying for my blood. But yeah, just jump on the crate and then be prepared to jump over. And the genius driving the forklift presumably breaks his own neck or something.
We're left to go now.
Oh, and that room I was looking at, you do enter it later. And I've always wondered, can you sequence break through it? But I guess you can't. Looks like I have to play this level the honest way.
Those things give me the creeps. Something about them.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Have the rest of the team assembled yet?
They're in position.
Good.
This room can be kind of tricky because you're surrounded by shooting enemies. But like always, I try and get the drop on them. And then go for cover. Another useful tip here is to make use of the fuel tank. So not really a difficult part. You just got to make sure you take cover, like I just did, and make the most of your shots. And I hate to keep bringing it up, but I still have auto aim turned off, so that's something I can brag about, I suppose. And yeah, if you can't tell already, this is the point where I start getting a bit bored with this level. It's just sort of crates and industrial scenery. For me, it gets kind of old fast. But this level does have a cool section coming up, at least. So there is that to look forward to. And another thing to oh, and yet another med kit. I think that's 2 I've picked up in the last couple of minutes. But yeah, like I was saying, this part of the level, like the previous part, has a strange desire to give me some awkward platforming yet again. But you'll see that shortly.
What's so funny?
McLean.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, you'll see. You'll see.
Well, it looks like the joke's on you, pal.
And as you can see here, we see the return of a much-loved item, the Rigel night vision goggles, which we last used in the subway level. And overall, I like the fact that these night vision goggles are only used twice. It means they're not overused. Oh, and this is the awkward platforming section. Now what you have to do is shoot the balloon, and then, as it's falling, platform across. And the thing is, if you don't get across, if you pop all 3 balloons, and you don't get across, that counts as mission failure. Which kind of seemed a bit awkward to me, a bit dickish. But then again, at least they give you 3 chances to do it, so it's okay. And once again, we're seeing the world in green. Now, this is the sort of cool section I like, because you're on this conveyor belt, and it sort of turns into a shooting gallery, where you go along and you try and shoot enemies as they appear on the platforms above. Now, I do have a sort of theory about this level theme. Now, to remind you,
Let's end this.
the first film, Die Hard, was set in Nakatomi Plaza, which is a level in this game. And the second film, the Die Hard film, was set in Los Angeles Airport. And I suspect that this level was originally going to be an airport. And this sort of conveyor belt is the sort of luggage, you know, the belt where you put the luggage and it travels through. And I don't know what, that's just my theory. And another aspect that could support that is the fact that Los Angeles Airport is mentioned in one of the previous cutscenes. And for me, yeah, an airport would have been a lot more interesting than this warehouse. But saying that's if what I'm saying is true, maybe because of time constraints they couldn't like make an airport, so they got together other assets and made this warehouse. But whatever, this level's still quite enjoyable at some points.
You are one stubborn cop.
There he is.
Yeah, I'm not even sure where they are, so I just think F it and go straight through. Something I do appreciate is the fact that that section was fairly short, so I'm not subjected to the green vision for too long.
Put your backs into it. We have to get these things moved.
I'm pulling.
And in this room here is the last couple of fuel tanks you need to blow up. And I foolishly actually try and take them alive, or one or two of them alive, when really I should have just did the sensible thing and shot the fuel tanks, blowing them up. But oh well, at least you know what to do, just shoot the fuel tanks. But then again, when I think about my criticism for this level, I think maybe I'm being a bit too hard. I mean, it does have these fuel tanks, that conveyor sequence, the initial booby trap with Lucy. It does have quite a few entertaining bits about it. It's just, I don't know, just to be a warehouse seems kind of bland. But I guess it's better than a sewer level. Now, another important thing to note is that you actually do need to blow up those fuel tanks to proceed. Because as I'll soon encounter, there is actually a locked door, and it doesn't unlock until you finish one of your objectives. So I'm just telling you that if you get to this point and the door's locked and you can't open it for some reason, and you know, I try and take this guy alive, but the thing just isn't responding. So sorry my friend, execution time. Yeah, now this is what I should have done the first time I entered this room. Now, coming up very soon is a boss fight, and unlike the others, I have no hero time to cheese my way through it.
What's holding us up?
We don't have enough fuel.
Who's gonna tell Frontier?
Not me.
Well, I think you should tell him.
No way. You tell him.
You tell him.
But it doesn't really matter, the boss fight coming up next isn't really that hard, if you sort of take your time with it, I suppose. Or at least follow the steps I take.
Drop your guns. It's over.
Don't be ridiculous,
I'm
McLean.
not gonna ask again.
You're too late. The ransom has been paid, and now I'm going to collect it.
You so much as twitch, and I'll fill you full of holes.
I don't think so. Not while we have your little girl.
Face it, it's over. You're finished. You and Gruber.
Gruber? You think I care about Gruber? Ah, McLean, once again you fail to see the bigger picture. Marlin, look after our guest while I'm away. I'll be back with the money.
Gladly. Pleased to see me?
Not really.
And so we find ourselves going one-on-one with Marilyn, the sort of femme fatale who was only introduced one level ago.
Where's Lucy?
She's being well looked after by Gruber.
Her appearances are brief in this game. But anyway, my tactic for defeating her is to make use of the 2 medkits, which are scattered around the area. And really the other advice I would give to you during this boss fight is just to aim carefully. That might sound obvious, but actually running around constantly can probably hinder your chances. And that's pretty much her MO in this boss fight. She runs along the catwalk, along the ceiling, running in and out of doors.
Surprise.
But like I said, she isn't really that tough, really. Once you get her locked in your sights, it doesn't take a lot of bullets to bring her down. Yeah, the hardest part of this boss fight is just finding her. But I guess that's the point, is that she's meant to be fast and agile. I guess you could compare it to a game of cat and mouse. Now, I will say that I'm not really impressed with this boss fight. It seems kind of lackluster. It's essentially just a person with 2 guns, which I guess makes sense for this action film type game. But we've already had that with Nitric twice. So yeah, this boss fight doesn't really stand out to me.
You're too late. Lucy has no chance. Gruber will have his revenge.
Where is she?
He's taken her to where you killed his father.
Nakatomi Plaza?
He felt there was a certain poetry to it.
Well, that's it for the warehouse. And for the next part, we'll be rescuing Lucy in a very familiar location. Please join me again.